what happens is Zoom picks up the name of the device that you're using. So I call my iPad Carol's iPad, but I've changed Zoom so it will always say my whole name.
Well,
There's a way
Rachel is
to
her
do that.
granddaughter.
Oh, well, there you go. So she's using her granddaughter's iPad. We get it.
Yep. And then, so I said to her, would you mind putting in your real name? And she said, I don't know how to. So every time we log on, I have to go in and change your name.
Yep, yep. So I hope everyone has had a good week.
Yes.
And let me start, as I always do, with asking, does anybody have any questions? Okay, seeing none. I thought we would begin today with, I sent it out. I know it's,
And thank you for sending it out early enough. It was greatly appreciated.
my pleasure. So I did do that. Okay, so today is, oh, okay. So first of all,
What?
Oh, never mind.
I had sent out, and let me see, I've got Nancy and Karen have joined us. Let me check you off on my list. Excellent. Okay.
No,
Okay, so I sent out this sheet because you had asked for it, because these are a little bit, some different things. So the first one's simple. It was easy to write oi, like boy, or oy vey, or whatever. Now the second one is I, and I was trying to figure out, if I write AYE, you might think it's A, but that isn't what it is. It's I, as in the pirate greeting. Aye, mate. Okay, that's why I put that down like that. So that's how it's pronounced, I.
Okay.
Or I could have actually written the word EYE. I didn't think of it until this exact minute. Anyway, any questions on this?
nope.
Okay,
Did you say you sent that? I see an attachment.
you
I-
didn't get the attachment?
Didn't get it either.
I didn't get it.
No,
Oh my God, it's-
All right. I will. So here, thank you for telling me that. So here's the thing. I one day said to somebody on a Zoom meeting, well, I sent you X, Y, and Z. And that person said to me, no, you didn't. I didn't get it. So I said, okay. I went and looked in my sent folder. And of course I had not sent it. It was still in the draft folder. I forgot to push the button. So I will make.
Laughing with you. Hi, it's Mary. Are you talking about what you sent last night?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you
yeah, I
get the-
got it. Of course, I
what the-
printed it out. I put tags on all the pages, done.
We got it. No, did you get did you get this attachment?
No,
No. Okay. So
was that with the same email or a different one?
I think it was a different one, but I'm not 100% sure. So here's the
I will-
thing. I will resend it tomorrow. I mean, later. I'm checking. So apologies. I thought, as I said, I thought I sent it, but you never can tell with me. Sent. Let me take a look. Mary. Class outline for tomorrow. You're right. It didn't get sent. It didn't get sent. It's probably, okay. Apologies, everyone. It did not get sent. I will send it later. So that was one of those, I dreamt it. So I apologize for dreaming and not finishing the task. I think part of the problem is I do most of my work on my iPad, but to send attachments, I use my computer, my laptop, and sometimes it does funny things. So I will resend this. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Was that nobody has a question? Excellent. Okay, good. So let's dive right in. And I thought we would start with the Baraku. And I know I sent the pages and I wrote them down somewhere. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so we're at page 340 in the complete Sim Shalom. Page 107 in the Sim Shalom for Shabbat and festivals. And page 149 in the Siddur Lev Shalem. Everybody with me?
Yes, and thank you for that, sending it ahead.
You're welcome. I'm going to try to remember to do that every week. So we'll
Makes
see
a
how,
big difference.
we'll see how long that lasts. No, I think I can remember to do it. Okay, so the Baraku is basically the call to worship. And what we have been saying in our minyanim is we ask everybody to rise, and then we add in parentheses, if you will, it's out loud, but it's parentheses, if you are able, because not everybody can stand, not everyone can stand for a long time. So if you can stand, we ask people to stand for the Baraku. And the leader says the first line, the congregation responds with the second line. Okay, but I'll let one of you pretend to be the leader today. And let me ask Denise, please, to read that first line.
Barku et Adonai Hamvarach.
Okay, excellent. Just, it's Baruch, not Barku.
Baruch.
Perfect. Okay. And when you recite that, you do bow. It's just a bowing from the waist.
Right.
Okay, not a bend. It's not a bend bow. Okay, so I marked my siddur so I can remember things. A bend bow is when you bend your knees and then bow from the waist. This is just bowing from the waist.
Right.
Okay. All right. Gail B, if you wouldn't mind reading the response, please.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Right. Excellent. Thank you very much. And Nancy, if you could read the next blessing, which is pretty long, but is considered the first bracha before the Shema. Okay, so if you could read that, but before that, let me just also add that the Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Leolam Vaed, we also bow, not bend bow, but just bow on the Baruch Adonai. Okay. All right. So Nancy, please.
Okay, so that's just a bow. Okay.
Right.
I'm just going, good morning voice. I haven't spoken to anyone yet today. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Yotzer or Uvro, no, Uvro.
Okay, wait a minute. While you're thinking, please, everybody, please mute yourselves if you're not called upon, because I want you to be able to read out loud and join in, but I can't have multiple voices. It's hard to hear. Okay, Nancy, please continue.
Okay, so I was on Uvro Ray,
No, you were right the first time, not
Uvo
Ray.
Uvo. That's right. That's what I see. Thank you. Uvo Ray. Okay. I don't know what the first, it's a ch, but I don't know what to do with it.
All right. Wait. I'm going to help you.
Thank you.
Remember when I've always said that Hebrew is efficient?
Yes.
And sometimes dots do double duty, like the first, you think of the dot as being split into two in the middle.
Right.
There's the right-hand side and the left-hand side. The right-hand side's the vowel part. The left-hand side is the letter part. Should I write it? Should I show you?
Yes, show me, please.
in graphic detail, I'm happy to do that. Give me a minute.
Yes.
So what we have here is okay, so here I wrote it out, and notice how I made this the circle for the vowel pretty big, and I drew a line in the middle of it. Okay, because the right hand side, which I'm coloring in, is going to be the vowel. When you have a dot on top, the vowel is what?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, right. And then the left-hand side, which I'm leaving blank, is the dot for the middle letter. When the dot's on the right, it makes that letter a sh. It's sh. You know, she is
yeah,
always right.
Okay.
oh,
So it's Hoshech,
Yeah. Hoshech.
Hoshech. Okay,
Yeah.
wait, I'm
Yeah.
confused.
oh,
Here's
Okay.
why. I have the complete seam shalom, and I'm
Yeah.
on page 340. And
Yeah.
that underneath the ch is a vertical line. in
Right.
my book.
Yep. Okay. Let me unconfuse you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. By default, Hebrew accents the last syllable. So in this word
Oh,
has two
sure.
syllables, cho and shech. Those are the two syllables. And so you would think it's choshech, but it isn't. It's choshech. And so that straight line is the accent to tell you, wake up. This is a little different. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Basically, you can ignore this. I mean, if you want to ignore the straight line, you can ignore the straight line. I mean, it just, you know, it's there for the advanced person to know to shift the accent. That's all.
Okay, so the word is Hoshech. I didn't get the right ending. Hoshech.
Right. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Oseh,
Yeah.
the Shalom.
Yeah.
Uvore,
Yeah.
Bre, et Hakol.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions or anything? Okay. So,
Question, please. You said
Yes.
that was a bow, not a bend bow.
correct. On just the first two lines where it says reader and then congregation, then reader.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
Just those two lines. The rest of it is just plain. Okay. Now I would like to proceed, seeing there are no questions, to the Shema itself, which in Complete Sim Shalom is page 346. In Sim Shalom for Shabbat and Festivals, page 112. And in Sidor Lev Shalem, page 155. Okay, so 346. At least it completes Sim Shalom on page 346. It's toward the bottom. I don't know about the other one.
In festivals, it's on the top.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay. The first thing I would like to point out to all of you is the fact that in the first word is Shema. The last word is Echad. And the last letter in both of those words are bigger than the rest, bigger and bolder than the rest. Do you all see that?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you've got the weekday. Okay, to hold on. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Yeah, as long as you find it. Okay, I'll try to remember to list the weekday as well.
Well, can you show us the ones that don't have the Shabbat? That what you're talking about?
I'm sorry. First of all, who's speaking right now? I could. Jamie, okay, because you don't have a picture up. That's fine. What is your question? I'm sorry.
I only have the weekday, I guess. I don't know what I have, but I don't see those big letters. So can you show us what you were gonna show us?
Oh, okay, I wasn't gonna show it, but I can show it. It's all right.
Oh,
It's okay, I can show it. It's like it's holding up my, so
oh,
I don't know, can you see that on that? So you can see where the Shema line is, right?
yeah.
And you see that the last letter of the word Shema is a little bit bigger and bolder.
Mhm.
And the last letter of the word Echad, let me see if I can, is also a little bit bigger and bolder.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I'm referring to. Now,
Actually, just so you know, it's not that way in the Lev Shalem,
oh,
but that's okay.
that's very interesting to me. Thank you very much
That's
for
why I'm
pointing that out.
asking. I'm using the left shalom.
Shalem. Ah, well, that's interesting.
But that's okay. What's the rationale for it?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give
all
you,
I'm gonna
yeah,
ask.
there is a rationale. I'm going to give it to you right now. There are two rationales, if you will. Okay, so give me a minute because I'm going to write it out. Okay, so I just wrote it out nice and big on my pad. Okay, so there are two rationales. The first rationale is that, you know how we all can never remember how to spell certain things. I know myself, I keep forgetting. How do you spell this word? How do you spell that word? It might be, and the word Shema has a silent letter at the end. So one could think, well, gee, I know it has a silent letter at the end, and there is another silent letter, that's the Aleph. The problem is, if you spell the word with the Aleph at the end, like I just did over here, Shema, it doesn't mean here, because Shema means here, or listen. Shema is lest, L-E-S-T. You don't want to say that. So it emphasizes that it should be Shema with the ayin. Oh, that's the first one. The second one is, now we have, all of us, when reading, we sometimes confuse the Dalet, right, with the Resh. And the problem is if you put a Resh at the end, it becomes Acher. Echad means one or unique. Acher means other.
Changes
Or
the whole.
others, and it changes the whole meaning. So the point is, you want to make sure you keep with the meaning. The second reason for, yeah, that was Jamie, I was just about to go there. The second reason for making those letters bigger is that those two letters, when put together, spell aid,
Aid.
which is a witness.
Ah,
So we're calling upon everybody to be witnesses that God is one.
Carol, could you please show
Yes.
your writing, your picture again?
This one?
Yes.
Got it.
very smart. Very smart, these Hebrews.
Okay, so Ruth, if you could read that first line that we've just been talking about, please.
The one that's in bold, right?
Yes, please.
Shema Yisrael Adonai. No, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I was right. Adonai Eloheinu.
Same word again.
Oh, Adonai.
Yep,
Echad.
right. Very good. Thank you.
Echad. Is that Echad or Echad? Ah,
Yeah, well, it's echad.
okay.
Okay, now, the next line. Notice above it, it says silently. We recite this next line silently to ourselves under our breath, except on Yom Kippur. So, but you should know how to read it anyway. So, Gail K, please.
Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Very nice. Yes, thank you. Okay, so now I would like us to proceed to the next 3 paragraphs, which is the rest of the Shema. The Shema is not this one line, it's all of these paragraphs additionally. Now, in many congregations, mine included, we chant the next paragraph, but we're just going to read it straight through. Okay, so let me see. Jamie just put
It has
said some.
it has
Looks like it
trope underneath.
Timber, oh, okay. Okay, so what it had, the next paragraph, as Jamie has pointed out, actually, so does the whole thing.
The whole
Since
thing
this
has
is-
trope.
Has the trope marks because this is basically copied, if you will, from the Torah scroll. And when it's chanted in the synagogue, it's often chanted to using that Torah trope. Okay, so I know that my girlfriend had told me such a long time ago that she knew how to chant this. It was easier for her to learn how to do all the Torah trope.
Right,
So anyway,
I think they also want to unify it across, that everybody is chanting the same way with
Same.
the same tune. This is not a Don Alum where you have as many melodies as there are stars in the sky.
for sure, that's a good point. Excellent. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so I am at, let me see, Karen, if you could unmute yourself, please, and read till the colon mark, please.
Uv Havra.
Okay, wait 1 sec. The first letter and vowel combination is the. Okay, because I don't see any dot in the middle of the word, in the letter, okay? So the.
V'chavtav et Adonai Eloheinu.
Okay, hold it, stop. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and go slowly. So the first word is the, have, ta,
Ta. V'ahavta
right.
et Adonai Eloheinu.
No, okay,
No,
read the word.
Elohech. Ha.
Okay, right, Elohecha, perfect.
Bakal. La.
Okay, remember that's our big exception, that word. It's always like a long O, bechol.
Bechol lacha.
Li.
Ha. Lach.
Nope. Okay, hold on.
Right.
Wait 1 sec. I want to help you out. I'd like to point something out. Let me show you an easy way to do some of these things. Okay, so. Okay, so here you go. You're faced with this word that's kind of big. And you say to yourself, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? Here's my tip. My tip is take your finger, take a piece of paper, take something. And the problem is cover up everything but the letter vowel combination you're reading. So now we've got if you look at the screen, please, you've got le, va, v, ha. See how I did that?
Yeah.
Sliding my finger or a piece of paper along, uncovering everything as it comes up. It makes it easier, I think. So try that word again, please.
Bava, la, ka.
Okay,
Cow.
so it's here. Let's do it on the big screen, as they say. So we've got le,
Le,
va,
va,
v,
ver,
ha. Le, vav, ha.
ha. U, bava,
Okay, so the
Na.
next, wait a minute. The next one is u,
u,
the,
ver,
hole.
ho.
Yep.
Overhaul, na, fash, shech,
Almost. Nafshecha.
na, shecha,
Excuse me, it's nafshecha. Nafshecha.
na, shecha,
So did you get the F sound in the middle? Nafshecha.
nach,
Naf.
shecha.
Okay.
Okay. U, bak, call,
Mm-hmm.
ma,
Meh.
me, od, ha,
Me o deha.
me, o, decha.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Anybody have any questions? All right, going on to the next line. Fran, please, to the next colon. Fran, oh wait a minute, Fran, you got to unmute yourself. I'm sure you're doing a beautiful job.
No. I said I was just trying to get, I'm in the festival and Shabbat Sim Shalom. Is that line 3? I'm looking at where, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Give me a minute. I'll open up my festival and Shabbat Sim Shalom. Hold on. Let me find it. Give me a minute.
Sorry.
Just somebody just tell me the page again. Since I-
112.
That's what I
112
thought. 112. I'll tell you exactly where we are, Fran. Give me a minute.
in the paragraph, we're right
I know
at the semicolon.
1, 2,
Okay, so
Ushin, are we at the Ushin?
no,
No.
the one before it.
Where is it?
So it's line 2, third word.
Okay, so v'hayu had varim ha'elech asher anochi
Yeah.
mitzarucha.
No. Oh, okay.
Mitzah.
No. Well, no. Oh, wait. Stop. Let me point something out. Okay. Good learning opportunity here. Wait 1 sec. Okay, not here. Give me a minute. Now, when you have,
Mitzavcha.
that's right, you got it. Okay. Fran corrected herself correctly, but it's a good point to emphasize. Once you have a vowel along with a letter, the next thing has to be another letter, even though it might look like a vowel. Does everybody see that? Should I write it out? So, okay, here, see some nods. I'll write it out. Okay,
Carol, why is there a dot in the middle of the vav?
okay. Second question to be answered. Remember the question, I will get there. Okay, so, of course I shut my book, but that's beside the point. Okay, so that's the word we're talking about. So once,
Carol, can you bring your sheet of paper down a little bit?
oh, sorry,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you for pointing that out. Hard to see. Okay. Once you have a letter vowel combination, this next thing has to be a letter, has to be a letter. You can't have two vowels together. Doesn't work. Okay, so that's the first point, mitzavcha. Second point, why is there a dot? Well, it's very simple. What the dot does, it serves to double the letter. Now, yeah, I thought I wrote this out last time. I might have and just don't know what happened to it, so we do it again. It is fine. So let me point out, we do this in English a lot, right? Okay, see this word here?
Right, you wrote that out last time. right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It says
one.
begin, right? But if I want to add ing, in order to add ing, I have to go. I have to double the N. I just underlined it. Okay, rules of English say you got to double the N. All right, I must have known why once upon a time, no longer remember and don't really care. Same thing in Hebrew. We will put a dot in a letter. It serves to double the letter because that's the rules of grammar. And it is long, involved, and complicated. You really don't need to know it other than, and I'll tell you, in most letters, when the dot appears, you're going to ignore it because it doesn't matter. Only in the vav, because of it could be a new or it could not be a new. That's when you have to think. And as I pointed out, because you already have a vowel right there, this baby has to be the letter. Okay? Any questions?
Yeah, actually, where's the vowel? The vav?
Okay, so under the tzadi, the vowel is the ah.
Yeah.
The vav is just a vav with a shva underneath. So this is mitzavcha. Okay. Any other questions?
Do you want me to complete the line? after that?
Yes, please. Yes.
Mitzvah,
Okay, so hold on. Wait. Do the word right. Mitzavcha.
mitzvah,
Perfect.
mitzvah, hayom, al-lechai, lechahecha.
Okay, so those are vets.
Livavecha.
Yes, very nice.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Barbara, next line, please, to the next colon.
Veshim non ta re va neha.
Yeah,
No.
yes, yeah.
Ve di bar ta bam be shiv teha be va
That's
teha.
wait, almost, wait a minute, under the second, under the vet, it's an A,
Oh.
bive,
Be vetecha,
Mhm.
uvelech, okay, uvelechtecha,
Mhm.
baderech, uveshavkecha.
Okay, so that word uv shach becha.
Okay, uveshavkecha.
Shach. Uv shach becha.
Ushabecha.
Right. Don't forget the first ch. Uv shach becha.
Okay. Uvekumecha.
Yes. Stop. That's the end of the little phrase. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Good. Thank you. Jamie, if you could read the next one, please.
Okay. Uk, Shortam, Lot, Al, Yudecha, Beha, Behayu.
Yeah.
Letota, Boat,
Right. Litotafot. Yep.
Ben Enecha.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you very much. And let me see. Next, Mary, please.
Okay. Hold on one sec.
Sure.
Okay. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Short Tom.
No, we're on the next line. The next, after the next,
Okay.
kudah.
Okay. Sorry. Oof. Top team.
Almost. Tav tam.
Oof. Top Tom. All mitzuzot. Betecha. Oof. Shacharach.
Almost.
Shacharacha.
Almost. First of all, it's uv.
Uvish. Oh, Uvisharecha.
Right. Uvish arecha. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So that's the first paragraph of the Shema. And that's typically recited or chanted out loud at most services in most congregations. Now, the next paragraph, which could be right underneath it or on the next page, depending on the Siddur you're using. And Tula, if you could unmute yourself and oh my goodness, that's an awfully long first line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So do 10 words. I'll stop you when we get there.
Okay. Vaha ya im shamoa tishma'u. No, tishmayu.
No, you were right the first time. Whoops, 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 whoops. You were right the first time. There's no yet there.
Tishma'u. Tishma'u.
Tishmeu.
Tishma'u.
Yeah.
El mitzotai.
Nope. Okay. Nope. That's
mitzvotai.
right.
Asher anochi mizavet.
Okay.
No,
Hold on.
Mitzaveh.
Mitzaveh.
Mitzaveh et chem.
Chem.
Echem.
Okay.
Hayom.
All right. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you. And back to Denise, please, to finish that sentence. You unmute yourself, please, Denise.
Okay, tell me again where we're starting.
Well, it's
Hayom?
11 after the word hayom. Yeah.
Okay. Liha.
Okay.
Le'ava.
Le'ahava.
Le'ahava.
Yeah.
Et Adonai.
Yeah.
Elohim.
Almost.
Elohim. Or
Elohim.
No.
Him.
Read what's
Elohim.
there. Everybody else, please don't correct. That's my job.
Elohim.
Okay. Elohim.
Hechem.
Yeah. Elohim.
Elohim. Yole.
Ooh. Okay, so remember, wait a minute. Remember, sometimes we have an ooh. That's the only time we start something with a vowel by its own sound. Ooh.
Okay. Uvle.
No, okay, hold on. Ooh. Le. Of. Do.
Wait a minute, where are we? Am I on the right one? Ooh,
Yeah.
Isn't there a vav in there?
Nope.
Vedo.
There's a vet. Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah. Ooh la vedo.
Ule of do.
Oh, okay. Ula of do.
Right.
Bechol. Leva vechem.
Almost. Le. Vav. Chem.
Levavchem. See, when you don't say those words, that happens like that, it confuses me. Uvechol.
Yep.
No.
The next, you may have skipped a line. The next word starts with a nun. Nah.
Nafesh.
Yep.
Nafashechim.
Okay. Remember when we have two letters next to each other and both have the shva underneath. The first one you just dead stop, naf. And the next one, the shva is like the I in it. Naf shechem.
Nafshichem.
Right.
Nafshichem. Okay.
Okay.
What does that mean? Is that something
okay?
With the soul?
Yes. Now, okay. So nefesh, the word comes from nefesh. All right. So little bit of a detour, which is fine. Let me point out that Hebrew words, all Hebrew words have a root.
Right.
The root is typically 3 letters, and then stuff gets added on. Prefixes and suffixes, because Hebrew is efficient. So what might take 5 words in English takes 1 word in Hebrew because of the prefix and the suffix.
Right.
So this word here, and you were right, Denise. This word here, nefesh, is soul. And then when we add the suffix to it, the vowels change. And nafshechem would be you, plural, your soul.
Okay.
Talking to, the word you, it's you or your, whether it's singular or plural. In this case, it's your plural, singular soul.
Right.
Okay.
Like your soul. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So now, let me see, where am I? Gail B, please.
Find where we were.
Okay. Vana tatai,
Almost. The
na,
na ta
ta.
ti.
Oh, T is tatai, okay, T, okay. Matar,
Yep.
Artsakim,
Right. Artsachem. Very nice. Yep.
Be'i to,
Yep.
Yore,
Mhm.
Umau, Kosh,
Yes. Very nice.
Via Safta,
Yes. Very nice.
Diga Neka,
Almost. Di
Ga,
gan ha.
oh. Not just,
Oh, neha. Excuse me. I couldn't see. I got my magnifying glass.
I got
Di
you.
gan neha.
I got Neka. But Tir Shaka,
Almost. Remember now we got a dot that's doing double duty.
oh, but T Rosh Ka,
Right. T Rosh Ha. Yep. The T Rosh Ha.
but Yitz Hareka,
Yes. Very nice. Okay. That was Gail B. Nancy, next sentence, please. You need to unmute yourself. Okay.
Okay. Vana tati
Yep.
asev besad ha
Mhm.
leave hem techa
Yep.
ve'a kolta
Almost. The what's under the ch?
kal.
Yeah.
Ve'a kalta
Mm-hmm.
besavata
Very
besavata
visavata.
besavata.
Very nice. Yes. Thank you. That was Nancy. So Ruth, please, the next sentence.
He shall me. I can't see what that is. He shall meru.
Okay, it's better to do he shum ru.
He shamru
Yep.
la vim lavem
Almost. That's a ch.
lachem fen.
Except there's a dot in there, so it's pen.
Oh, it's pen. Yif te
Yep.
le. Levav chem.
Yes, nice.
Oh, it's an S. Vesa re tem.
Right, but again, better to go visar tem.
Visar tem. Visar tem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tem. Va avertem.
Almost, except that's a dalet in the middle.
Oh, va dem.
Va'avad-tem.
Va'avad-tem. Alo,
Eh.
Eloheinu?
Nope, first of all,
No,
it's eh,
alo, ale,
Elo,
Elohim,
him.
Elohim. Well, you know, there's all kinds of little notes things in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
all of those other little dots, dashes, and things that are confusing you are Torah trope marks. Because this is a paragraph that is found in the Torah, and if you're studying, you need those marks to know how to sing it,
Oh,
or to chant it, I should say.
okay. Hey, Ahirim,
Yep, acherim, yep,
Arim, Vatish,
vihi.
Tahish,
No, vihi,
Vahish, Tahe,
ha, vihish ta ha,
Vahish Tacha, Tem,
vitem.
Vitem. Okay. Lachem.
Okay. Nancy, you have a question?
Could we break that second to last word apart, please?
Sure. Vihish ta ha vitem.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, so the next little sentence, Gail K, please.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'm getting in the sun. I've got a block. Okay, I just lost it. Okay, got it. Ra,
Mhm.
Af, Adonai, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. Bachem, Sar, Et, Ha-Shamayim.
Yeah, okay, wait a minute, hold on one sec. Let me get my
Okay.
robocall here. Sorry about that. Okay,
No problem. I marked where I am. Velo, Adonai.
no,
No, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, right. Because I'm in the sun here. Velo, yeah,
yes, nice.
Maltar, Dama,
Yep,
Lo, Tain. Where am I? Et,
yep.
Vo.
Vu,
Oh, right. Vu, La, Vad, Tem, Me, He, Ra, May, May, Al. I think that's where I am, yeah.
yeah.
Haaretz, Tova, Asher. That's Adonai.
Yep.
notain lachem.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. Okay, since it is 2:26, I'm not going to continue. I'm just going to see if anyone has any questions. I am absolutely going to remember to send out my attachment that I created and apologize that I dreamt I had sent it before. So look for it a little bit later today.
I have a question. Are
Okay,
we going to pick this up where we left off
yes, I made a notation.
and finish up what you sent for today?
Right. Okay, so here's the thing. Women's League had sent out a course outline. I then modified it a bit. I will remodify it because, you know, we're moving at a different pace and I've added things. And I sent out today, we would do whatever, and we don't get to it, we just roll it over to the next week. That's why on Thursday, I will send out, okay, we're gonna finish the second paragraph of the Shema, the third paragraph of the Shema, and then whatever else there is. And believe me, we'll get through all of this material. Some weeks are faster than others. It just depends on what the material is.
I mean, this definitely isn't easy. I mean.
No, it's not at all. But,
You know, I've never seen, I've never done the second and third paragraphs. I've only done the first. So this is
thinking that
all
was my
new
question.
territory.
Yeah,
So-
why are we saying that? We never
Okay.
say that in synagogue.
well, actually, you're supposed to. All right, so here's the thing. In my synagogue, okay, we recite the first paragraph out loud and then we do the second two paragraphs silently to ourselves.
Right.
I'm trying to remember, there was a point in time when we did the first out loud and the third out loud. We no longer do that, but I think we did once upon a time. So I think, you know, and when I say in my synagogue, we do whatever, in my synagogue, we also skip a lot of stuff at the very beginning of the service. The very, very beginning of the service is known as Psukei de Zimra, and we skip most of that. And, you know, there are some people who don't like that decision. We came to that decision after a long involved process so that we could do morning minyan in a reasonable amount of time without speeding through it so that people were left behind. You know, every synagogue makes decisions that work for it,
Correct.
which is often why, you know, my mother always asked me, why did you choose to go to this synagogue and not others that are nearer to you? Because I live in Midtown Manhattan and I go to a synagogue that's considered the Lower East Side. So it's like, why would you do that? Well, when I originally was looking for a synagogue to affiliate with in Manhattan, I went to a number of different synagogues, and I didn't like this one because they did X. I didn't like this one because they did Y. And when I walked into the synagogue I go to, the first thing that hit me was, oh my God, they're using all the melodies I grew up with. And that was very important to me. And then they did other things that I liked. So, you know, that's the answer.
Yep.
Yep, you make the trade-off, but. you do
Carol,
what
which
makes you
Carol,
feel
which synagogue do you go
comfortable.
to?
I go to Town and Village on
Oh,
14th
okay.
Street. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been to your synagogue. We met a long, long time ago
I
when
know.
when my synagogue had a sisterhood and no longer does.
I
Anyway,
know.
so there we go. Anybody else have any questions? Then I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. I hope you have a good week. Please,
Well, thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good Shabbos, everybody.
yes.
Carol, Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbos,
As
and please
usual,
practice,
Carol.
practice, practice.